Don't let it blow your mind.
Dude, I'm just tired of it, bud. I'm tired of the stupidity, dude.
Yeah, it's out there.
I'm tired of the stupidity. Everybody wants everything absolutely perfect, and it's just I can't. When has it ever been perfect?
Well,
in anyone's life?
What'd you have for dinner last night?
Turkey sandwich.
How was that?
And a chip, and that was perfect.
That's what I'm saying. There's some things that are perfect.
In any given day, there are things that are perfect, but not everything can.
Yeah, you gotta.
Here's something that's not perfect. I scooched outside to do a little work, and it was 111 degrees. Now, I'm not going to complain because nature does its thing, dude. I'm not complaining.
Yeah,
it's part of life.
Well, I don't know about that.
There's ups and downs.
You can complain about the weather because it's something to me that you can't control at all. You know what I'm saying?
Can't.
So go out. It's just something to talk
governments about. Can. I mean, they can bring up HARP and say, "Hey, we need a little bit of rain over here." You know what I mean? Where's our rain? Do we have to pay more taxes for rain?
Well, you gotta. If you want inflation to continue, you gotta have a food shortage.
Yeah,
the only way you can have a food shortage.
Thank you, Trump.
You can't grow food.
No.
And you can't grow food if you don't have water. And so,
well, I started feeding all my hay field and my crops with electrolytes. It's what plants crave. You know what I mean?
That's what
I watched a video on that, and it was really interesting.
Gatorade?
No, they were saying how our not our current political system, but the one that just left office, was exactly like that movie.
Yeah, they were saying that it was,
but now it's better, and now it's not like that at all. You know what I mean? And it was very interesting because I was like, I don't see much has changed at all. I mean, as far as regular people, I still go to Costco and people say, "Welcome to Costco. I love you." You know what I mean?
Right. I think regular people have stayed the same, and I think maybe you could even argue that it's kind of tougher on regular people right now. But
no, it's not. It's fine.
One thing that I was wanting to do, and I think you can actually do it on here, is I stumbled on. Let's see if we can find it. This will cheer you up. I think there's just.
I'm cheery. I have less and less patience for just. I mean, absolute stupidity, dude. And that's what you call it. I never call it as like, well, that's your opinion, or that's that's fine that you say that. And I just kind of sit back and let people think what they want to think, and I still do. But now I'm like, that's stupid. You're stupid. I'm stupid, and I'm more stupid, and I'm real stupid. I'm more stupid for hearing what you just said because it makes no logical sense at all.
Allow the app below to record the contents of your screen even while using other apps. That sounds right. That sounds fine. I don't know how to do it. There's a way I can actually share where we're looking at. Then we could watch. You know what I'm saying? Then we could watch.
Oh, so we can read stuff.
Yeah, so we could. But
kind
it looks
click
like
around.
It's all. The lock to make changes. Okay, I can do that.
Ooh.
Do that.
Okay, we're clicking locks now. Now we're unlocking stuff.
We'll have to do it on the next time because
I don't know. I'm not here to bring the show down. I'm just saying that personally, which no one should care what I think. Let's get that out of the way, because there's a lot of people that think that people should care about my opinion. We don't. No one should. No one should care about your opinion, no matter who you are. Politician, bus driver, no one should care because...
Well, I don't think anybody does care about anybody's opinion.
They shouldn't. But people keep putting their opinions out there like people care. Yeah. That's disturbing.
Well, I think people that share the opinion, then they care because it validates their thought.
Yeah, right.
And a lot of times I find myself having a wildly different opinion on almost everything.
Yeah.
And so I usually just do the show and frame them in that way.
Well, just scroll
as a joke because I know nobody's going to think on this subject like I did, whatever it is.
And it is, I mean, when I read it, I laugh because I use it somewhat as a form of entertainment. Because I think they're joking. It's that stupid. You know what I mean? And if they're true, if they're honest about their opinion, then it's so stupid, it's still funny. So it is funny. I do get some entertainment. Thank you. Keep your opinions coming.
Yeah,
out
that's
there.
what I'm saying.
Keep them coming.
Use it as entertainment.
Yeah,
if
I
you
do,
that,
I do, but I mean, it comes to a point where I just get so frustrated a little bit because I don't know why I do.
I don't know why you do either. I think you need to.
I have more trust, I guess, just a skosh more trust in humans that they can at least recognize some sort of logic. But that is hit the tank, dude. Like
Yeah.
that's out. There's very few people I scroll by on any sort of Twitter app. Well, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
And read what they have to say and be like, that's a great point. Like that makes sense.
Right. You're not gonna find that on those apps.
No, 99% is like,
Yeah.
what? How did you even?
Yeah.
What article did you read?
That made you.
Then I read the article and I'm like, what article did this person read? Because this is not right.
I don't know. I've been looking for vacation homes and stuff like that, and the only place I can seem to afford them is overseas.
Yeah.
Afghanistan. And once you get into that,
right?
Once you open up the internet's wormhole on looking for Afghani, not the great shirts, but the Afghani property.
Yeah.
Now there's there's firewalls and tests and stuff, and the government is looking at you because who else Googles condos in Afghanistan?
Right.
Unless you're planning on training to, put one of those vests on and walk into a Bank of America or something.
Dear Conrad, why did you book an Airbnb in the middle of Afghanistan? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, because it's nice. Have you seen the pictures?
It's great.
It's got three fountains.
Yeah.
One's got an elephant in it.
And I think that it gets a bad rap, dude.
It does get a bad rap. Airbnb are going strong. You can go out there and live for a week or so or two, in a lot of different countries. All you need is a passport.
Which I got to get, but I went to go get my driver's license so I could get my passport, and the driver's license place, although it's open till 5, does not allow people to participate in their services after 2 or whenever they decide. It's
when you go back at 1:00 before they shut down, make sure you have all your receipts.
Yeah, I'll bring them in.
Birth certificates,
Well, I got my all that stuff. Got my Al-Qaeda, my Taliban trading cards.
Right.
Those are nice.
Those are nice. Those are still sealed.
I know, dude. I know you get frustrated with the lack of what seems like logic, and I do too. But one thing that cheers me up is what I was trying to share is we've been into the electric scooter game.
Yeah.
We haven't participated really in it.
No, not yet.
But we are poor, and we wanted a different way to drive the few miles that it is to see each other.
Right.
And we can do motorcycles. We've talked about that. That's probably where we'll land.
I've been carrying
butt on a motorcycle.
I've been using Brown Thunder, Conrad's newest topper truck.
Yeah.
And it's been nice. I'm of that age where, that truck fits me. People see me in the truck and they're like, that makes sense.
Yeah.
But for the last few days, I've been traveling around with a car.
Yeah.
In the back. So I am driving around. It gets halfway decent gas mileage. It's for a truck.
For a 96 GMC, that's what they get.
They get 8 or 9 miles a gallon, and that's fine. But when you're carrying a car, it drops it right down to about 3.
Mm-hmm.
And seeing that you live about 10 miles from me.
No, it is.
I'm still spending, 2 or 3 gallons of gas a day.
Yeah.
And that's back and forth now. That's not just one way here.
Yeah, but it is. When I was going out to random dude, it's the same thing. I'm like, you try to just siphon it, maybe coast down hills or whatever you can do.
Yeah, you get to know all the hills. Yeah, for sure.
But the solution is maybe getting an electric bike to eliminate fuel altogether.
Yeah, I was thinking helicopter.
Or,
I don't know what the fuel is on
a scooter that runs off gas but just sips it.
Yeah.
And so I've been looking at those, and we found some
motorcycles
options, but what you also need to look up is fails, electric bike fails. And that's what I was talking about, how this is going to be like our generations or this time period's off-road vehicle. You think that, kids can ride these things.
No.
You get to see these people really bite shit on these things.
They should be illegal.
And it's hilarious.
And even for people like me that's grown up with engines, here's the deal. You walk up to an electric bike, you don't know if it's on. So you sit down and you start toying with stuff, and all of a sudden you're going 50 down a dirt road, and you don't know how to shut it off. I mean, it's quiet. So you get the wind, bugs
It's
going in your
totally
mouth.
different feel, I would
Yeah.
imagine, than what it
Right.
is driving a motorcycle.
Yeah.
So
I'm thinking about getting one, putting a Bluetooth speaker up top, and then just like downloading like motorcycle sounds.
oh yeah, then you could feel a bit more comfortable if you hooked it up.
Turn on. Okay, now play motorcycle sounds. Now that I know it's on. I can hear it.
And then people like who's that guy, that the money guy that you like so bad, David Ramsey.
Nigard.
I think it's Dave Ramsey at GOOKC dot money or something.
Yeah, right.
But he, people will be like, well, if you buy $1,000 bike, you know how many gallons of gas you have to buy to make it it's like, no, I don't. Here's the thing. If I just continue driving what I'm driving, and I keep putting gas in it, and it takes me 6 months to
go
be $1,000,
yeah, $1,000,
right? And I get it.
Uh-huh.
But at the end of that 6 months, what do I have physically to show for that gas spendage?
Yeah,
nothing. I just burned it all up into the ozone or whatever. That's all it is. If I have a bike in 6 months, I'll still have a fucking bike. In a year, I'll still have a bike, unless I wreck it. But that's the part that they never. It's going to take you 10 years to make the solar power worth it on your home. Yeah, no shit. But if I don't, I'm still paying.
Right. What happens in the 11th?
In 10 years, guess what? I don't still have solar power.
What happens in the 11th year?
Yeah.
Oh, well, you start making money. Okay. I mean,
And so when I look at all this stuff, and I haven't like squarely focused my attention on it, because that's what you got to do sometimes. Like,
you have to with all
and
the
you've done it too. I mean, with your living off the grid, when you get into that world, it's a whole world of stuff you're trying to figure out, and you don't even know, and I don't even know the products that keep changing with this technology that make that idea a lot easier.
Right.
Like with power walls, we think of the Tesla, and that's probably $50,000 battery wall.
Right.
There's some now that you can make for 10,000. You can buy for 10,000.
Yeah.
Well, how much power does that battery have, and how much does a windmill power that?
And they also, I'm going to let you in on the little secret here, and everybody knows this if you've checked out just a skosh of getting off the grid, whether it be, it could be anything. It could be wind, solar. It could be, hydro dam, whatever you're looking into. It's a whole other language.
Yeah.
So unless you're an electrician and understand kilowatt
and joules,
hours,
and kilowatts,
and all this other stuff, get ready to go back into schooling yourself. Maybe DeVry can help. I don't know. But you're going to have to, much like anything else, and they make it so hard. It's not because someone came up with like, what do we call it? I mean, we have to have a description. It isn't. It isn't. But the powers,
they do it to prevent people from
easily saying, well, gee, I only use a half a kilowatt a day. So, and these 4 solar panels will do everything I need. It'll run, so why not put up 4 solar panels?
But that's the thing. If somebody wanted to make $1 billion, $1 trillion, whatever the number is, the amount of money,
right?
All they would do is have a package. What do you want? I want a house. How many bedrooms do you want?
Right.
I want 3 bedrooms. Do you want a porch?
You can
porch.
Yeah, you can do that now. And there's some smart companies. One out of Colorado, don't know their name, sorry. And there's one in Arizona that actually works with your architect as far as new buildings.
Yeah.
If you have an existing building, it's even easier because you get floor plan. They know your square footage. They know how big your ceilings are. They know exactly how many CFM, that you have to go to cool and heat your house.
Yes.
They send someone out to visit. So they see how they might knock a little hole in the wall. If you don't know how much insulation, they might say, hey, it's better to go with more insulation. They put that in the cost, and then they just give you one bill.
See, that's what I'm saying. I don't even think, screw work. They should work with all that. And all you do is go to their website.
Yes.
And you go, that's 1,200 square foot, or that's 1,800 square foot.
Yep.
It comes with a porch. It's got the power wall. It's got everything. And then, okay, buy.
Yep. It's getting easier.
They deliver it out into sections. They build it, and it's off the grid.
It's getting David Byrne easy as far as your square boxes. You pick your box. And the thing is these companies work with other companies that provide the box. So if you go to, let's say, a Menards, I know that's crazy, but if you go to Menards website, you can pick out all kinds of barnoniums. That's that. And a lot of people is like, oh, I hate those things. For the cost of those things, you can build a regular house. You can.
Yeah.
But then you have to get an architect.
Yeah. A planner.
And you have to get all the stuff you're going to do to put a barnonium in, like negative 20 people.
Right.
So when you build a regular home, let's say you want to build a brick home, because you got a lot of wolves out there blowing your house down, so you don't want to build on a straw or sticks. So you build a brick home, but in order to do that, it is more expensive. I mean, it's way more expensive. You go throw a barn down, then it's all then they work with it. It's like, okay, we're going to put this spray insulation, we're going to put this in it. What else do you want in it?
Yeah.
Okay, and then poof, it's done.
Yeah. I don't know.
And people's like, oh, yeah, looks like everybody else. Who cares? Like,
Right.
well, that's where I spend most of my time. Do you? I mean,
yeah. I don't care about it looking. That's another thing we've talked about before, where I think that houses should be underground, and the only thing that's visible is like a gazebo. You know what I mean? A screened-in gazebo.
Yeah.
But you drive by, it's like, there's my house.
Yeah.
Fuck this audacious bullshit.
Right.
That's just what's the purpose of it?
Yeah.
Is to show your success.
Right.
Be a home.
And then there's some to that. Like my wife said, I couldn't live underground because I can't see the sun. You can get around that.
Well, that's what I was saying. Do you have mirrors?
Yeah, well, not mirror. Well, you could.
What if you designed a thing where the mirrors are up your gazebo,
They just shade
and it shoot in, and you have any size window
for
you
sure.
want.
There's technology out there, and matter of fact, you can put your window wells, level with the surface. Get you up a little bit. You don't want to have mud and stuff on your windows now.
What if
Get you up about 6 inches, and then put your windows there, and then you got skylights all day. What are you talking about?
And that's what I'm saying. If you put a mirror in there and it's shown onto an opposite wall somehow,
for sure.
You could go that way, or just put a damn TV screen. That's two 70-inch TVs that are flat like that now, and have a video. That is outside.
That's outside. Look outside, and you can have anywhere. Look, I'm in Uganda right now.
You could change it, or you could be like, this always just streams everywhere, outside, different directions.
Smart dude. And so they're getting there. Companies are learning, and they're putting their price in there. It's not like they're not making any money. It's like, well, I did all this stuff for you. That cost $10,000.
Yeah.
I mean, when you're throwing 100,000 to 8 billion on your house, whether it be a barn or a castle or whatever you're doing, $10,000 isn't nothing. I mean, just toss it in there. What are we talking about?
It's just totally different when it's like, yeah, well, you don't have the money and you're not gonna go through a bank.
Here's the deal. If we're talking about houses, one of the biggest houses out in the Bahamas was Nigard's. And if you don't remember who Nigard is, he's the guy that drove around in a nice car in the 80s, and he sold his clothing to JCPenney's and Walmart. Now you might be thinking, well, that's not a fashion guy.
Yeah.
He's from Sweden.
It's Jordache, buddy. It's fashion.
It's all Jordache. It's all low fashion, but he took himself completely serious. I watched a little show on him again because I love the guy so bad. He's the one with the big mane, got the mane of hair, and always wearing fur coats and stuff. Kind of like a Joe Exotic, but a Switzerland Joe Exotic that had nothing to do with animals. His animals were women. He loved women so bad.
Well, we watched a documentary on him.
Yeah, we did. And there's another one out by HBO that goes more in depth. He's in jail now, and now he's done all kinds of horrible things. He gave money to politicians, which is legal.
Oh no!
And then in the Bahamas, so he got them into office so he can do cell research. What's that? What is that?
Bahamanese.
Yeah, and
stem cell research.
Stem cell research. So Bahamas, you can do stem cell research out there now.
Because you can actually have just baby meat if you order a taco.
Well, and that's the thing. He was getting young women and instilling their eggs, and then he was having inappropriate relations with young women.
Oh, yeah.
But you know what put him in jail, bud?
He let his antivirus software go bad or something?
No, it's much like that story. He lived at the end of an island, and right next door to him was a trillionaire called Jason Bacon.
Yeah.
Not the actor.
But the billionaire hated the fact that all the party animals were going down they were driving through his property.
Got arrested.
I remember that.
Got arrested for noise pollution.
Yeah, noise pollution.
And then everything else opened up. It's like, well, if he's in jail for noise pollution,
let's go snoop around and see what's going on.
I'm going to say, hey, he raped me.
Yep.
And so all the women came out of the closet and wherever else they was.
The rape closet, bud.
Yeah, buddy. Well, and here's the deal. He was a horrible person, but he went in jail for noise pollution. So let that be a warning and a lesson to all you people out there that've got loud trucks, loud motor scooters, all that stuff. We don't need to hear it.
No.
Drive underground. Like the house. Like the houses.
Yeah.
We need below highways.
Or, as far as driving goes, and whether we are talking electric scooters or electric motorcycles,
Right.
Oh, you know
or
those
cars.
electric skateboard, off-road electric skateboard.
Yeah. You want one?
No.
We need motorcycle tunnels. I
Well-
don't want to see your bike. I don't want to look at it. I don't want to be reminded that, hey, watch for
It's noise
motorcycles.
pollution. You need
That's
silent
noise
motorcycles.
pollution, and I don't like to see them. So here's the deal: take your Harleys and your rockets and do your wheelies and stuff underground
Daddy.
in the tunnels,
in the tunnels.
in the motorcycle.
Do them down there, because I
Nice.
mean,
Look, I switched under 20.
All right.
These are all cheap ones.
Jonah has entered the studio to show me some RC cars that he found online under $20.
and God bless you. I mean, it is your right to have a motorbike.
Here's a Lamborghini.
I just don't have to
Drift.
look at it.
Mm-hmm.
$20 Lamborghini Drift headlight.
Sweet. Well, check them out. I'll be in a little bit. Make a list.
This one's actually, I like this one. You can actually build it,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like a gremlin.
Just save your favorite ones.
Remember that gremlin we built on Forza with Tug?
Yeah.
That one. we made it look awesome, but it still only goes 35 miles per hour.
Yeah. It's 800 horsepower, though. All right. I'll be in a little bit, bud. Dog days of summer, man.
Yeah, but you can get into trouble.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're hanging around a whole bunch of rich people have this all the time, and he had to have really attractive women modeling his clothes.
Sure.
And so he took advantage of a lot of them. Now, by the way, they hung around because he had millions of dollars. They got McDonald's like 2-3 times a week, and they got to hang out in a super awesome,
Mansion.
Fly on his private mansion plane with lace carpeting and silk carpetings and stuff.
Yeah, but, once that's over, because he went to jail.
Oh well, they gotta have they gotta
It's like,
sue.
what the heck happened? We were doing drugs all the time.
It was great.
And we were having fun, but we didn't really want to have fun.
No, we didn't
Looking
want to.
back, we didn't want to.
Looking back, we didn't want to,
Yeah.
and so now we're thrown back into society, into the poor people in the Bahamas where we came from. We can't have that.
No,
And
life is
everything,
not good anymore.
everything that happened to me, all the, take away all the parties and the partying, and the copious amounts of drugs that I've done in the last 3 years at this billion-dollar mansion with this crusty old Skeletor dude, right? And the parties every Sunday night, and being around all the politicians and all of the highfalutin people. Take all that out. What happened to me there,
Should have never happened.
should have never happened. I shouldn't have never.
I should have been invited, and I should have participated with the mansion part.
Yep. And the drugs part.
And if I wanted to do the drugs part,
That's my choice.
I wanted that, but the other stuff,
I did not want.
I didn't want.
I didn't
that.
ask for it.
It's like, well, I don't understand that. It's never.
Sure. Is it called pamper parties? Yeah. Do I get free mani pedis and drugs and any alcohol and get to rub elbows with all of the people that can make all the decisions on this whole island? For sure I can.
What is so confusing, it always is, whether it be
But why are you
Nigars,
telling me I have to wear a bikini? That's not right.
the Nigars or the, that is 8273, or the guy that killed himself in prison or was murdered or whatever they said, Epstein's, is if you're a 14 or 13-year-old girl or whatever, and some 50-year-old man and his 40-year-old, girlfriend are inviting you to zoom around the country to be on trips with them. How does your family, I don't understand the thought process of thinking, where do you think this is going to end up?
Where's your parents?
And a lot of times they're like, well, yeah, I asked my mom and they're going to take me to a tennis, and I'm going to live in this Chicago. It's like, you're 14. Well, and your parents said, okay, that sounds
good. This could be a real jumping off spot for her tennis career.
Or if somebody pulls up in a Rolls Royce and says, hey, we're looking for massage therapists for our...
Right.
say no. You know what I mean? And I bet a lot of people did. They're like,
I don't know.
I don't want to do that. Or my dad.
Free fur coat.
But it's
You know
like
what
they go there.
I mean, that coat's worth some money, dude.
It is crazy, dude, that all happened. And even this guy had these parties with we know all the politicians, you know, and they just keep coming and going.
Oh, dude, I poo-poo this guy, and he's not a nice guy. He's a horrible piece of crap, you know, that got famous and got money through the fashion industry, and he took advantage of everything. But you have to hand it to him as far as smartness. You go to some place where the laws are just a little bit askew.
Oh, yeah, you're in a Bahama.
And you're in Bahamas where you not only have locals, beautiful Nubian princesses walking the beaches at any given time and during the day, but you also have visitors. They drop in through the old airplanes to the Bahamas because it's so lovely. So you just walk the beach, and this guy, it showed him. He just walked the beach and walked up to these absolute supermodels in bikinis and say, "Hey, would you like to come to the mansion?" They all did.
Yeah, right.
Like, where we go, I mean, you know, it's almost like Willy Wonka with kids.
Yeah.
It's a chocolate factory. It's like, you know, Coke's over there, Coca-Cola is over there.
And that's a creepy freaking movie too on that, you know.
Orange juice and all your alcohol's over here. Your Xannies are right down here. There's a whole fishbowl of them.
Have fun, just be
Have
yourself.
fun, relax.
Relax, you're here.
Don't change. Your beach attire works here.
That's fine.
We're
No
on the
dress
beach.
code or
No dress code. Take it off if you want. We don't care.
yeah, we're not going to judge you. And by the way, you know,
sign this waiver.
The president of the United States is going to be here in a little bit.
That's cool.
He's bringing a couple of his friends, and his son is coming, and he's bringing his, you know, his rifle, and they're going to shoot, you know, wild animals,
wild hogs on the beach.
It's just crazy that the politician part is they went to Nigar's.
That's another Sunday night.
I know.
For them.
It's like we're going to go to the Bahamas. Well, we got invited to this party at a billionaire's house.
Whatever.
And then they go.
Yeah, they walk
and
in.
Then come back, and then when the wind changes and we find out that this guy was a perv because he was they all knew it then.
They all knew it then. They met him. They shook his hand. Like, this guy's weird. You know what I mean?
Or this guy's like everybody else in our circle. And
he's a 70-year-old and all he talks about stem cells. He's talking about stealing eggs from these Nubian princes.
Yeah.
And
he sat there and shook hands and
he just paid Tara $3,000 for one egg. She's 15. This is not weird. Okay, all right. This is technology, man. This is science.
And it's almost like it's the same kind of thing they do now, where you're like, well, you heard him have that conversation, right? Like, yeah, we did.
Sure did.
Like, well, you didn't.
We didn't take it serious.
Well, we were in the Bahamas, and the rules down there are just different.
Yeah, they're different.
It's like you're basing your moral. You don't have a moral thought process. All you do is ask, well, what's the legality? Sure. Or is there a way around it?
Yeah.
Even if you guys are the ones that created the law.
Sure. If you want to be honest, and you're sipping a cappuccino and having a cigar in Amsterdam, and someone comes up, an American, filmmaker comes up and says, "Hey, what brings you to Amsterdam?" If you're honest, it's like drugs. It's all legal. All this stuff that I like is legal here. So I am a horrible person right here because I like all of this illegal stuff.
Right.
But they don't say that. They're like, this cappuccino is delicious.
Yeah, we came down.
You know what I mean? Like,
had a meeting. Huh? We were going to have a meeting with this person. Had an investment opportunity.
Yeah.
It's like,
I own an Airbnb across the street. It's like
in Afghanistan.
Yeah, in Afghanistan, dude.
But anyways, Nigard, he decided to go the opposite way that I would go. I would go underground.
Well, yeah. No, he stayed up and he made like a Mayan temple. I don't know if you guys just Google his temple out there. Oprah went. She took a tour.
Yeah, she's been out there.
Yeah, she's been out
They've all been out there. They're all part of the same bubble, guys.
Right. And if you ask Oprah about, hey, you met Nigard at one point, she's sure I did.
Yeah, you were at
great guy then. I didn't know he was in all that stuff.
I didn't know. Yeah, I didn't know.
You didn't have a cocktail where you overheard him saying, "I just bought 15 eggs from a 14-year-old." What? Hey, are you talking about? I thought he was talking about chicken eggs. I thought he was talking about making an omelet.
Yeah, they're just in the wrong bubble, bud. They always have been. I'm in the bubble where I need a company to say, Conrad, here's our bike. It's the best e-bike.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. I'll have it.
Yeah.
And then, Conrad, here is a 1,500 square foot home that is completely ran off of a mixture of solar and wind.
Right.
And it's 3-bedroom, and it's got a big patio because we know you like patios.
You're going to love it.
And you're going to love it. And
it's screened in, no bugs.
Screened in, and here's how much it costs for all of it. Everything. Not it's a shell.
$20,000.
No insulation.
Right.
That doesn't include wires.
No.
Screw off, guys. I don't want any of that. it's done. It's built. It's there. This is the cost. And then see you later.
Yeah. How long is it going to take? 2 years. Great.
Whatever.
If that's what I got planned in my head, it's going to take you 2 years on my property to build that, then great. Then I set my clock.
Yeah.
2 years. See you in 2 years.
Right. But that it doesn't exist. Instead, you even like you say, you look at Menards, but then you get lost by the 85 other companies that do exactly the same thing.
Right.
With just a slight variation of something that keep trying to entice you. Hey, save $60,000 from the Menards kit by going with us. It's like, well, now I got to sit here and research. Well, what's the catch? And there's always a catch.
There's always a catch.
And so, can we have a place that's just called no catch, dude? You know, like whatever. This is going to be what you get.
Yeah.
And there can't be for whatever reason. It can't. It does.
And by the way, you can't add on. I don't care what it is. I know you're buying it, but if you want an extra bedroom, that's on you. We're building this for this price. This is the construction that goes into it. This is the installation. This is the wiring. This is the pipe. This is the plumbing. This is everything. This is the floor plan. No changes.
Yeah.
If you want it, buy it. If you want it, someone else to do it, someone else has to do it. This is what we do.
Right.
That's it.
And also, there should be companies that include the land. Like,
oh yeah,
do you have land to build this? No, I don't. No. Okay. Do you want us to find you that too?
Yep.
Yeah. Find me options. Okay, we'll do that.
That has a little bit of variant as far as price. Give me your price.
But I mean, it should be like, do you need land? And here's our prices where this is a complete location.
Right. You get 2 acres. Land. You get here's 2 acres. Here's 10 acres. Here's 5 acres. Here's 28 acres. There's 357 acres.
And it's like, where do you want us to sit the house? Most people know the best place to put, even on your place. Mr. Webb built his
right by the road.
Best place to put it.
Yeah, dude. But it's easy to get mail.
It is great to get mail. He was a cowboy. But I think that, back by the pond is the most obvious. Like, that's the best, not the easiest. I didn't say easy.
No, it's not the easiest because it's a long road.
It would be a long road to get back there. Yeah. But
I don't get to use taxes to build my road. I have to purchase machinery to make a road to go back to my house if I want that. But I'm not complaining about that. And I'm going to make an underground tunnel for motorbikes.
And I will be under there zipping around.
I know. I'll be with you. Yeah. I like them. I just don't. I don't see why we have to do anything special for anybody else because what they're flying. Hey, can you watch out for my helicopter? Also, rich people, they're all the same. I mean, they all got the same thing going on. They all want to live. They all want to live forever. They all got stem cell research, and they're all purchasing women or dudes or whatever, balance of nature gummies, and they're tapping into people's spinal cords and getting for fresh blood. They're doing all this crazy stuff. Don't be fooled. He's the only one because he's not.
No,
they all do it.
They're all in that bubble, dude. We're all in the bubble that we're.
And they talk about it candidly, like we're talking about that delicious sandwich we had from Subway today. Thank you, Subway. They're promoting our show today.
Yeah, thank you for sponsoring our show today, Subway.
Appreciate Subway, eat fresh, do it yourself.
And there's a few things I require when it comes to like power at my house, and one is to power my air fryer. Whoever designed the air fryer, which is just a smaller oven, does nothing different than an oven.
Nope. I mean, it's got a little fan, a computer fan.
It's got a little bit of a fan in there,
heating element, and make it go.
That's it. But if you throw a couple hot dogs in there.
In an air fryer, you air fried hot dogs?
I did last night.
What happened, dude? Blow up?
No. It was.
Did you poke holes in it? Did you relieve the pressure? No.
These were Nathan's hot dogs, the good stuff, but not the big dogs, just the little guys.
Yeah.
And it's kind of I felt kind of like you, where my wife. I looked in the fridge and it's 9:00. We've been working on our stuff.
There's nothing in there.
And I said, did I miss dinner?
I was
sitting here. Is
it Lent time?
She's like, well, no, you saw me. I had leftovers. Like, from Sunday? Like, you're going to make me eat that for 4 days?
Thank you. Thank goodness we have insurance.
She's like, yeah,
you're going to be in the hospital. You ate the collard greens from Sunday?
No, but I didn't. I said, I don't want that. I didn't. I mean, I love it, and it was delicious when you made it, and I had it for lunch the next day, and for dinner the next day, and for lunch the next day, and for dinner the next day. But I'm good. I need something a little bit different.
It's just something different.
So 9:00.
Nathan's.
We threw a few Nathans and some chicken nuggies in that air fryer. And guess what? Here's what always happens.
Eating good in the neighborhood, dude.
And I'm sure that, anybody that's married can relate to this. She's like, I made dinner, heat up leftovers, I asked you if you wanted it. You said no. Okay. I said, all right, I guess that's on me. You're right. You did say that. I go over there, I put all this stuff in, she's in the shower. Now it's just laying there because Jonah's picking at chicken nuggets and Rowan will come in and get a chicken nugget.
Right.
Fine. Guess who walks out of the shower, walks directly to the kitchen,
Leftover lady.
eats a chicken nugget, and I was
Hot
like,
dog.
"What are you doing?" She's like, "What? Just having a hot dog." It's like, I know. That's my dinner. You know? Well, I just had one. It's like, yeah, it's my dinner.
All I could do was two.
It's like, I'm just, I'm pretty hungry. I ate like three. It's like, it's not what I said. I cooked my dinner, then you came in and ate it.
Here's the moral of the story. If you have anything loud, a car, a bike, or whatever, just go in the underground tunnels. That's number one. Now, if you're rich and you own, everything and you're a trillionaire, stop messing around with stem cells. Leave it to professionals. I know you're interested. Maybe fund them. That's fine. Keep it quiet. And please don't hurt other people. You know what you're doing.
Rich people are psychos,
we get it. You can buy anything, including people. We get it. People will come along with you because you have money. We get it. It's their choice. You're going to get sued no matter what happens. Even just stay by yourself.
There's a new thing going on. They're all doing stem cells. And it's not the uber wealthy anymore.
And if you're a lady, stop eating people's dinners.
Please. And there's the comedians.
David Spade.
Might as well be Dave. For this story, David Spade and Dana Carvey were on their show talking about this.
Yeah.
And they started doing stem cells like on their podcast.
Oh, good.
And I don't even know if they're legal. I kind of thought that was illegal.
They are in Bahamas, I guess. So that's what I'm hearing.
So they're doing them, and then they were like, "That worked so great." And I don't know what they mean by worked. Nobody.
Yeah. Did you grow something?
They worked so great that
I never had a right ear. I've got one now. Look at that.
That they were like flying their families, like
to get
parents
to have them done.
Yeah, it's like, guess what? And they'll just be talking like you and I, like, well, what went on this past week? Oh, yeah, I forgot to tell you, got my mom and dad, took a first class. Well, first we ate at a steakhouse. Met him at a steakhouse.
Really good.
Really good. And then got first class
$8,000
first class tickets. And then we flew down, and then I did my stem cells in my elbow yesterday.
Yeah.
My elbows.
Yeah.
And then my mom and dad, they were kind of weary about it. But then they're doing stem cells. I feel like such a nice thing I can do for them is like get them stem cells so they can do stem cells.
Yeah.
So
will it make them live longer?
I don't know, dude. And then, okay, I got a new secret for you.
For me?
Yeah.
What is
I've
it?
been doing. You know how
TGHT.
sometimes when you wake up, you feel like you didn't sleep enough.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes you like that.
Oh,
and like you get a new mattress. I got like a $9,000 mattress. Didn't help. I changed my diet. Dude, I started taping my mouth shut.
What?
As I sleep. Yeah. Serious, dude. This is the kind of shit they talk about.
Stop that shit.
That's their show. And then people listen to it. And then they come to me and they say, you do a podcast like these guys? And I say, no.
No, not at all. I have no tape in my house.
I don't tape my fucking mouth shut while I sleep. And I don't need some...
You should, dude.
Yeah, because you're supposed to be breathing... See, that's what people think. You're supposed to be breathing through your nose.
Yeah, you're supposed to breathe out of your ears.
Imagine...
They're all connected, dude. It's called sinuses. Check it out.
Imagine, when you're scared.
Oh.
When you're scared, they tell you to take a deep breath through your nose.
Or go to the bathroom.
That's what you're not doing.
You're not doing any of those
Tape
things.
your fucking mouth shut and breathe.
Dude, when you're sleeping, you're pretty much dead. Okay? Your brain waves are on a different level. Have you ever heard of the band REM? It's what it's about, dude.
I heard a guy say that, dude. He said, it doesn't matter if you have a sleep apnea machine. You can still tape your mouth shut and breathe through your nose if you have the right machine. It's like,
you're killing people.
You're going to murder people, dude.
And copy this. We gotta get going. We got another interview today. We got 5 minutes to be on. We got a comedian.
I guess I just invite him to this.
We got a comedian, Brandon, coming on. Yeah, we could slice and dice it. So let me get his email. It's info, not InfoWars, but just info.
And
info at allearspromos.com.
Info at allears.
ALLEARSPROMOS.com.
Oh shit.
Yeah. So we got a guy that's he's a stand-up comedian.
Ears.
He's a music director, songwriter. composer, probably producer, I'm sure, if he's done all that. So he's got everything going on. So we'll wait for him to join. I don't know, dude. I just rich people stop it. And by the way, if you own, just don't get on podcast either.
Yeah.
Or start your own.
Just start your own. But
I can't relate to people taping their mouth shut and taking stem cells, dude. Like that's
where we're at, man.
That's Elon Musk. You know, I mean, that's out there, dude. Like that's stuff that.
No, but they talk about it in such a way that makes, I guess, in a way, it is impressive that they can be so entrenched in their bubble that
they think
they
that
talk about it in such a normal way that it makes us think like, wait, maybe I am not. Maybe I'm not normal? With it. Am I not? Maybe people like, are they doing that at my school now? It's kind of like when you listen to the other side when they're saying things like, they're teaching this stuff at school. All this, are they? Or is it just your guys' ridiculous?
Yeah.
Where you guys live in this ridiculous bubble is where this kind of shit is being taught.
Right.
Because they're not doing it here.
No.
They're not doing it in the middle, dude. No. They don't care.
We're still hitting kids out here in the middle, dude.
In the middle, you have to sign a waiver if you don't want your kid to be paddled. I had to sign that.
Yeah.
And I didn't. I said, no, go ahead. If he needs it.
Yeah.
Give him a whooping, Yep. And I'll judge if it's
string him up. I mean, if you need to shoot a little bit of stem cells in him, go right ahead.
And luckily, since Adrian Peterson retired, they got a new punishment enforcer. And that guy will welt your ass up, dude.
So I guess you better behave.
Yeah.
Guess how well behaved the children are out here? Pretty good.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, but they're doing it by fear.
Yeah.
Correct.
Correct. It's worked for generations.
We're not doing
it's worked
it by
forever.
Stem cells and hope, you idiot.
If you're good, I'll buy you a mansion.
Yeah, I'm gonna take
a helicopter,
away.
and I'm going to shoot you full of GT, TGNY shots.
It's
after your booster, and then
I don't know. It's like even guys that I used to enjoy their humor. They're so out of it. Corolla, you know what I mean? His car wouldn't start the other day, so luckily he got to get into his daughter was there with him, so he got in her car, her Mercedes. I mean, she's a.
Oh, you mean at the studio?
No, at their house.
Well, he's got millions of cars. You mean
they're all at his other, warehouses of cars and stuff. So
at
his daily driver, whatever it was,
Porsche,
Jaguar, Porsche, whatever,
911,
didn't start or the windshield wiper fluid was low, and it's like. But luckily, my daughter was there, and I got in her car, and I was like, well, "What car does she have?"
Yeah.
Oh, brand new Mercedes. Mm-hmm. Like, which is understandable, I guess, if you have that much money. That's what you do. But there's still a part of your brain that goes like, "Why don't you just get them nothing, or let them get a job, or
a 1987 Chevy truck,
or 70s.
This is what I'm giving you.
Yeah.
If you want anything
different,
work for it.
I'll pay for half of any car you want.
Yeah. This McLaren.
So if you want that, I'll give you $50,000.
Yeah.
But you have to come up with $50,000.
Right. That's a good idea.
But that's parenting. And they don't want to be parents. They're just
no. They don't have time to. They got a good podcast to get to. And a car to fix, I guess. I'm sorry, Adam, that happened to you. That's horrible.
Yeah, it's horrible. Things happen though,
yeah. To the best of us, even Adam Carolla has, radiator problems sometimes. It overheats, getting hot.
Yeah.
Maybe Greta was onto something.
How dare you?
Huh?
How dare you?
I don't know. It's unseasonably hot. But it's fine. It's secular. I heard something kind of crazy the other night.
What?
That I can't remember where it was. I think it's Ethiopia.
Oh, okay.
Let's talk about Ethiopia.
Yeah.
Do you know they have a different calendar, bud? If you're over in Ethiopia, there's 13 months in a year. And remember back when we held up the paper that the world is ending in 2012, like it was supposed to be in December?
Well, that prophet said that.
So guess where we're at right now? In 2020 when COVID hit, that was the end. If you go back on the calendar, you had to pick up like 8 years. So in 2020, when COVID hit, in December, like December 25th, like right after Christmas, whatever it was, that was the exact date they said the world was going to end back in 2020. 2012, December of 2012. And
Well,
so
what-
if you go by the Ethiopian calendar, last 2020, in December when COVID hit, that was supposed to be the end of the world. But here's the deal: we don't know. I mean,
I must have.
maybe we just swerved that.
I don't know. It's something interesting.
I didn't know they had 13 months in
Yeah.
Ethiopia.